Mother Clare, what can you tell us about a typical new marriage? What are the signs and the things that start to happen?
That's a little bit of a tricky question to answer because some people have been living together for 7 years when they get married. So I'm going to assume this is a fairly early relationship, not that we're that far into it, whether marriage or not on this. But if a marriage has had a fairly regular length courtship, people have known each other a couple of years and gone ahead and committed and come together, by the time they start living together and have made this commitment, there are going to be so many things that come up. Different marriages are different. Some go through a honeymoon period where nothing is discussed that is difficult, nothing is argued about, and everybody just accommodates the other person. Others get right into the fray in the first year. So it varies. It doesn't mean one's a good one and one's a bad one. Some people first try their darndest to accommodate and get along perfectly the first year or two, and then they start getting into the rough stuff. Whichever way, the difficult stuff will need to get addressed without question. And it doesn't mean it's a bad marriage. It doesn't mean this person is wrong. You have to be willing to do the work. I highly recommend that you have available to you a third party, a therapist, a marriage counselor, a priest or minister who's able to help you, the both of you, come to understanding on things. Otherwise, you could go for weeks or months or years round and round on the same subject because you have no one to help either of you know who's on or off on this subject, or who's partially right this time and that one's in this aspect and the other one's partially right in this other. You have a third party you can both respect, and they can go, no, actually in this case you're really demanding too much, and in this case you really aren't accommodating enough. And if you can accept the third party's help, that can cut through years of trouble to come to where you can start having more of an agreement on how everything is addressed and worked out together.